Good evening, everyone. My name is Maria Zima, and as the European Federation of Geologists coordinator of panel of experts on education, and EFG communication officer, Mrs. Maria Lopez, we welcome you all here today to this event for the Erasmus Plus project, TRiPGiFT, that means training pupils on geosciences through virtual field trips. Before we get started, please note that the session will be recorded. Now, it comes with a great pleasure to have our welcome speakers, starting with the President of European Federation of Geologists, Mr. David Giovanni. Dear David.
Thank you, Maria. Good evening, everyone. I can see you are from many countries in the chat. I'm in Italy in this moment, from a city called Lecco, north of Milan. And I'm very happy to be here and to represent European Federation of Geologists at this meeting. We really care this project. It's a very important project because this project is somehow driving a cultural change for us as geoscientists. For us, being in the field, be physical in the field, is part of the job, is part of the activities. For example, I'm a mining geologist, but also it was part of our education. So to receive our training and our, say, geological education, we had to be in the field. And that was there was no other option. But this is changing, timing is changing, and I think this project is part of what really is helping to improve and have a better reach of what we are doing. And so this is not only is not only a technical project, it's really something that we think we will change the approach of the next generation of geoscientists. Some of you that are in the high school maybe will do other profession in their life and will take other path, but still who will be trained and who could experience to be in the field, to this virtual field trip, will somehow get some insights on how the geological works happen. And this information will be somehow part of their training along life. And some others will take also will be in geosciences. And for them, this experience will really somehow also change the way they approach their university education. So for some of these reasons, I think this project will be very important and will have an important impact on society in general, and also specifically in the next generation of geoscientists. Thank you. I will stop here. I don't want to take too much time the rest of the meeting.
Thank you, David. Thank you for your speech. And now we're going to hear the recorded welcome speech from Dr. Konstantinos Laskaridis. He is a project coordinator and he's director of Mineral Resources and Prospective Department of Hellenic Survey of Geological and Mineral Exploration.
Dear Mr. President of the European Federation of Geologists, Mr. Govoni, dear colleagues, friends and audience, first I would like to express my thanks for the opportunity that Erasmus Plus gave us with the funding of the project TRiPGiFT, training pupils on geoscience through virtual field trips to get together once again. Secondly, to thank the European Federation of Geologists as a partner of the TRiPGiFT Erasmus Plus project for organizing today's webinar for presenting the virtual geoscience field trips developed within the project using cutting-edge virtual reality and augmented reality technologies. During times of increased social distancing due to COVID-19, innovation and the use of online platforms and digital infrastructures became crucial for maintaining successful pedagogical strategies. Challenges such as weather conditions, financial difficulties, pandemics, and accessibility issues have underscored the need for adaptable educational approaches. The TRiPGiFT project addresses this need by proposing a uniform and integrated teaching and learning guideline from all partners, leveraging the latest trends in educational technologies to promote distance learning combined with STEM interdisciplinary approaches through virtual field trips. Today's event highlights the development of cutting-edge technological tools designed to revolutionize geoscience education. One of the highlights was the demonstration of augmented reality apps created by Aspete and virtual reality experiences developed by the University of Cyprus. These immersive technologies brought to life 3 education scenarios developed by project partners like Hellenic Survey of Geology and Mineral Exploration, from the National Capodistrian University of Athens, and third, from the National Observatory of Athens. Through initiatives like this, the TRiPGiFT project continues to push the boundaries of education technology and inspire the next generation of geoscientists. Today, 2 years after the launch of the project and moving towards its completion, we have witnessed the remarkable potential of technology in geosciences, and we approach the future with optimism for education at a pan-European level. We look forward to feedback from schools across Europe. Thank you all for your interest in attending the conference or the webinar. Good results and congratulations again to the organizers. Thank you.
We want to thank Mr. Dr. Konstantinos Laskaridis for his effort to be here today. And after his welcome speech, we can move on the first part of the agenda. Somehow, sure, just before we start, that you keep your microphones muted. Your questions shall be placed on the chat and the question and answers place of the Zoom bar. And for the ones that would like to receive a certificate of attendance, please refer to Maria Lopez. So, I would like to invite the first speech for today. Is going to present it by Mrs. Anna Maria Galani. This comes from Aspete, and the theme is integration of AR technologies in the geosciences, the example of TRiPGiFT education AR apps. Mrs. Galani, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to present today some of the augmented reality examples that we have made. So I'm Anna Maria Galani, and I'm augmented reality specialist on behalf of Aspete. So I will share my screen. I guess you can see my presentation, right?
Yes.
Okay. As I said, I will speak about the augmented reality examples that we have made for TRiPGiFT project. In the beginning, I will say some theoretical details about augmented reality, and then we will have the chance to test some of the examples that we have made. The benefits of augmented reality are many, both for educators and for students. The educators can create interactive lessons through augmented reality, and also through AR they can add 3D models to their presentations and add some 3D characters or 3D environments related to their educational content. They can also promote students' collaborations, as students can work all together to create an augmented reality environment. Students can learn through interaction, and they can learn through fun activities. Also, they can create their own 3D environments and can practice skills like problem solving, collaboration, and critical thinking. For the TRiPGiFT project, we have used the ZapWorks platform. That it's a very special platform and designed for people that don't know programming. So it's ideal for educators and students. It's very easy to use, and it can offer many features. First of all, it has a drag and drop environment for designing experience. Also, you can import your own 3D models, images, and GIFs. Also, you can program your own actions and publish your experience through a QR code in the end. This is how it looks, the platform. So you can see on your left that you can add interactive buttons. You can add your own text, images, videos, and also 3D models. Also on your right, you can program the 3D models through the Actions button. The capabilities are many. The drag and drop environment is very, very important, and it's very easy to use comparing with other platforms. And ZapWorks also can offer many tutorials with step-by-step instructions for beginners. There is a very big community and a very helpful forum that you can ask whatever you want related to ZapWorks development. You can use augmented reality in science, arts, or languages. For instance, in sciences, you can explore the human body in biology, importing a 3D model of a human body, or in physics, you can view planets in 3D. In arts, you can paint in 3D space, or make your artworks interactive, adding 3D models. in languages, you can bring also stories to life with augmented reality characters or create interactive diagrams. Specifically in geoscience, you can visualize geological phenomena like volcanoes. You can also display information about rocks or minerals. You can visualize the pollution or other environment things. For this project, we have already made 3 examples. I will start with the Samaria Gorge example. Users scan an image with their mobile device, enriched with digital information like images or videos. In general, specifically for Samaria Gorge, we have already made some artifacts that it's graphic cards, some 3D models like birds, trees, etc., and some 3D characters. So I will encourage you to make a screenshot of this QR code and the graphic card on your right, so you can test now the example. So I will give you a minute for that. Okay, I guess you have made the screenshot. I hope so. If you need more time, just let me know, please. So we can go step by step testing the example. First of all, the specific QR code referred to the English example we have made, but for presentation reasons, here I have saved a video from my mobile device in Greek, but the QR code is for the English version. So once you scan the QR code, you can launch the application, and then you can target your camera towards the graphic card, this graphic card on your right, like here in the screen recording. So here you can see that I have to target the graphic card. And now you have to follow the arrows. Then you have to place the 3D environment in your own space. So I will place it on my desk here with the button. And you can also reset it anytime. And as you can see, this is a 3D environment. So if I move around the environment, I can observe it in a 3D space. And you can see that there are several 3D objects like trees, butterfly, bird, and our explorer. So if I tap on the graphic card, I can see the educational text in the context of the environment. And if I tap the Explorer, I can change the 3D environment. So this is the idea. So you can navigate through the application by tapping the Explorer and the photo on the sign in the environment. And at the same time, you can find some useful information regarding Samaria Gorge. We will go further. If you have questions, you can ask me in the end if you want. The point is to not for us to make, as educators, to make this environment, but the point is for the students to make this environment by themselves. So here you can see the user interface of ZapWorks. And for this specific application, we have created 5 scenes. Based on a different area of Samaria Gorge. In the scenes, we have added some 3D models and we have made it interactive. So the user can go from scene to scene by tapping a specific object in the scene. So we will go further exploring how we can make a thunderstorm. This is our second example. As you can see, we have made some educational graphic cards that are related to how you can make a storm. So let's go further. Students and educators can use these materials that we have uploaded in the Moodle platform for this specific reason. So here is the QR code. So I encourage you again to make a screenshot and test this example. Similar to the previous example, you have to scan the QR code and then aim your camera in the graphic towards the graphic card on your right.
Anna Maria, we have a question in the chat that
Sure.
from the previous time, and not clear where to point the camera to make it work.
Sure.
Can you point exactly
yes.
this point? Thank
So, so you have to aim your camera here in Samaria Gorge once you scan the code. So please let me know if now it's working.
Thank you, Anna Maria. You can continue the presentation.
Okay. So similar to the previous example, you have to scan the QR code and aim your camera to this image. Let's make a thunderstorm. I will continue with the video I have already recorded. So you have to grant access, first of all, and then you have to find the specific card. Okay, so you have to tap the arrow on your right, and then you have to place the 3D environment in your space. Here you can see that there are some 3D models like butterflies, plants, etc. And then you have to follow the yellow arrow on the top right. This is instructions. You can see it in English. And now you have to choose the temperature, the right temperature and the right humidity. So you have the chance to create a storm, medium, a big storm or a small one, or to not create a storm. So students has to experiment a little bit and to find the right conditions to make the storm. This is the point. I hope it's working. I hope so. for this specific example, students have to create 20 scenes. So this example is more complicated than the previous one. The thing is that the students have to know the specific conditions to create a medium, a big, and a small storm, so they can finalize and make the example properly. Now the third example we have made, it's about the marble of Mount Pentelicon. This, I would say that it's more or less like an augmented reality treasure hunt. Again, now you have to just scan the QR code. So please scan the QR code. You don't have to aim your camera in a specific image. So please just scan the code here. And on the right, I will show you how it's working. So you have to place your 3D environment in the space. Then you have to push the button, let's go in English, and then to follow the arrows with instructions in English for you. As you can see, we have a tabletop in 3D here, and users have to search for hidden elements in their space and tap on those elements. Like I will tap on the clock here to see what it's hidden. So an image, and then a text about the Mount of Pentelicon, and then you can see here that, sorry about that, that in the end of the text there is a number. I hope. Yes, there is a number. Students have to collect these numbers so they can find the solution of the game in the end. Here I will show you again. This is the text. And here it's a hint. It's a number. Students have to collect all these numbers from the 3D environment. So in the end, they have to find a secret word. If they found that word, they can win the game. This is the point. So you can please experiment by yourself. For this specific example, you need to have a very good Wi-Fi connection, because there are a lot of 3D elements in the scene. So don't worry if it's slow in the beginning. Okay, so this was the third example. In the end, we hope that students will discover historical information related to the history of Pentelic marble. This is more advanced example comparing to the previous two examples we have made. There are 35 scenes that students have to create, so it needs more time for students to make this example. But I think it's worth it and it's very fun. So that was for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna Maria, for your this fascinating presentation. I think that I see in the chat that the examples worked in most of the people that tried to work it. Thank you very much. And the next talk will be provided by Mrs. Ioanna Theophilou from University of Cyprus. And
Hello.
the theme is virtual reality environment for STEAM integrated scenarios on geosciences.
Yes, hello everyone.
Ms. Ioanna, the floor is yours.
I hope you can all hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. So let me just share my screen for a moment.
That's perfect.
Perfect, thank you. So hello everyone. Let me introduce myself firstly. My name is Ioanna, and on behalf of the University of Cyprus team, I will be presenting the virtual reality environment for STEAM integrated scenarios on geosciences. So the presentation will start to talk about a little bit of the work package, and then for each scenario that also Anna Maria said, the first scenario will be the thunder scenario, the second scenario will be the Pentelicon marble, and the last scenario will be the Samagya gorge. So for each scenario, we will see an overview of the functionalities we provide in the VR environment, and we will end each scenario with a demonstration. And there will be time for a Q&A session at the end. Starting a little about the work package. So this is the second work package of the project, the virtual reality. And there are 3 different scenarios that were implemented, the 3 scenarios that were mentioned before. Starting with the first scenario, being the thunder scenario. In the virtual reality environment, there is a main dashboard that includes an option to go to the gallery, an option to view the map of Greece with some thunder cases, and the last option to play the game called Finding Danger. For the first option, being the gallery, the user can view different pictures, and the user can also move to the main menu or continue to the map through these stands. We will see at the demonstration as well. And the map, this option provides the users with an overview of Greece's map, along with some location points that are actually severe incidents of thunder that happened in the past. And by pressing on the bold pin, the user can view informative cards on the incident that happened on the specific location point. The user can also go back to the gallery and view more statistics. And the Finding Danger game has 5 different options. The one being the forest, the second being home, beach, car, and city. And for all these options, there is a scenario that requires decision-making from the user. We will see more about this in the demonstration as well. I can continue with the demonstration now. I will share the screen for the demonstration. Can you see my screen with the...
Yes, we can see the screen.
Perfect.
Yes.
So the first option is the gallery, informing the participants that I am moving the point of view using my mouse, and I can go back and forth or right or left using my keyboard. So this is the first option, the gallery, that the user can actually see and zoom in some pictures. You can go to the main menu or continue with the map. I will continue in the map. This is the Greece map. And if I press on any of the bold pins, I can see information in both Greek and English for the specific location. So it says, for example, that 10 June 2020, a 60-year-old man was killed, and more information about that. I can also include more information on the map, and when repressing, they disappear. So I can see these are the options here, and I can use statistics. These are the statistics that were found. I can zoom in and see more about the statistics. And now for the demonstration, I will continue in the find and danger option. So for this, I will also be sharing my computer sound. And these are the 5 options for the environment. I will just put an option now. So as you may have heard, this is an alert that says that there will be a thunderstorm in 5 seconds, and the user must choose which is the correct location to be in. I will choose, for example, this. It's maybe the wrong position to be in because we must stay away from trees when a thunder comes, and this is the correct answer for this option. So here we can move to the next scenario. This is the house. Now we're just wandering around waiting for the alert. There is the alert for the specific scenario. And here I choose this option to stand because we must stay away from the windows. And this is it for the first scenario. I will continue the presentation that we had before on the second scenario. So the Pentelicon marble scenario. Firstly, there is a toolkit that includes 5 different options, 3 of them being galleries of the Pentelicon marble. The first option is to view the 360 video available on the platform. The second option is the first gallery being the Ancient Times Gallery. The third option is the Recent Times Gallery, and the fourth option, is the Today's Gallery. The last option is to view some educational videos on the Pentelicon marble. So the first gallery is the Ancient Times Gallery, as I mentioned, that has material from the ancient Chorus of Penteli. The user can walk through the gallery where they can find informative stands that when pressed, more info appears. This is how the stands look like. And they can also press on the material involved in the text to view the pictures in a more zoomed form, for example, here. The Recent Times Gallery includes material from the Allura area of the Pendeli, and the toolkit, it can be seen that it's always available for the user to use in the left side of the screen. And the TRiPGiFT button that is on the right side of the screen can redirect the user to the main website of the project. That is also always available in the platform. So this is the Today Gallery that we can view another point of view how the galleries look like, and the functionalities described before also exists for each gallery as well. The last option is the educational videos. So the educational videos can be seen here. They are included in both languages as long as all the material for all options of the platform. I will move for the demonstration. Just reshare my screen.
Take your time, Joanna.
Thank you. So you can see my screen. This is
Yes.
the toolkit. This is the toolkit here. Now I am on the 360 video. And I can also move around the point of view of my screen using the mouse. And we can see an overview of Pendeli. Now moving on the first gallery. I use the toolkit to move on the first gallery. This is the Ancient Times gallery. It looks like that from the outside, and there are different pictures on the gallery walls, and I can press more info to read on more information about it. So by pressing the options are available in both Greek and English, and by pressing on a picture, I can see it in a zoomed form. So I can go to the second room of the gallery. Here as well is the information button where I can read more. And moving on to the second gallery, the Recent Times gallery. This is how it looks like with all the information in the walls. So I can actually move in up front to zoom on a picture to look at it better. And here on the second room, the functionality of the info button also exists here. And I can repress again on the more on the picture to zoom it in. And the last gallery of the tool is the today's gallery that shows the Pendeli today. And here on the second room, we can find two more pictures. And the info buttons, of course. So on the educational videos, I think my internet is not too strong.
No worries. We'll wait.
Maybe I will stop sharing my camera to make it better. Oh, it doesn't want to load the page. It loaded the page. So this is how the informational videos look like. So I can press on one documentary and view it.
The ancient quarries of Penteli
I
are
think I'm
located on the
also
second
sharing my
highest
sound.
mountain in Attica, called
Yes.
Penteliko, or simply Penteli, which marks the boundary of the Athens Basin in the northeast.
And I can see the second video here.
Τα αρχαία λατομέρια
That's in Greek. And the last video here. I will move on the third scenario, the last one. That is the Samaryan Gorge. So for this scenario, the Samaryan Gorge scenario, there is a main navigation map. The main navigation map includes 11 different scenarios that are screens from different locations in the gorge. And for each scenario, a toolkit is also available with 4 different options. We will see in the next slides. So these are the 4 options here: the hammer, the magnifying glass, the compass, and the measuring tape for each scenario. Starting on the functionalities of the hammer, so you can look around, you can press the hammer button here on the toolkit, and you can look around, find where the hammer is, and press on it, and it shows more information about the material. And we can mention here that the toolkit as well here is always available to use, and the user knows in which scenario they are by looking at the scenario bar at the top. Here we can see at the top that we are on the 2nd scenario out of the 11. The magnifying glass, that's the 2nd option here, is used to zoom something that the user wants to explore. It can reset the zoom using this button here, and it can add zoom using the minus button here, zoom with the plus button, and be removed using the X button here. And the compass helps the user with the direction. It actually moves according to the user's point of view. And the last option is the measuring tape that is used to measure how many meters the distance between 2 spots is. So there is a color-coded manner here, meaning that 2 pins are a match if they are of the same color. For example, we cannot select a yellow pin and then select a green one to view the distance. We can only select 2 pins of the same color to view their distance. And I can share a demonstration for this scenario as well. So this is the navigation map I was referring to before. You can scroll through it and see all the scenarios, and you can press on the first one to start. So I can move around the scenario and I can press, I have pressed the hammer here. So I can see the hammer here, and pressing the hammer will involve this information. I will show each functionality on a different scenario just to have an overview of how they look like. This is the magnifying glass. For example, if I want to zoom in here, I can do so like that and reset. And here I will use the compass to tell me where I am. You can see that the compass moves as my movements go. Let me mention here that we can actually put 2 functionalities at the same time. So for example, zooming and using the compass at the same time. And for example, I have pressed the measuring tape so I can see the green one, the yellow one, sorry. Click the pair to see the distance between us. So I'm clicking on its pair and I can see that there's around 5 meters now. So that's it. Thank you very much. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Ioanna, for your presentation and your virtual reality aspect on TRiPGiFT. Excellent work, really. According to the agenda, we finished with the 2 mainly presentations, but we have a little more time before our short break. So I would like to ask if Anna Maria could show us once again one example of her presentation, because We had a lot of questions in the chat.
Sure. Give me a minute.
You can choose any example you like. I would prefer the marbles because it was more complicated.
Yes. Give me a minute to find my
Yes, we have 10
presentation.
minutes left from the short break, so we can have time. I think that the audience would like to have another chance in the examples.
Okay, I will share my screen again.
Thank you, Anna Maria.
So, the last example, it's the marble of Mount Pentelicon. Please scan the QR code, and I will explain once again what is going on here. So you have to scan the code, and then a 3D environment will pop up in your screen. And then you have to place it in your space with the button here that it's called place. Once you place it, you can move around this 3D environment and see it in 3D. As you can see, there is this box, this treasure hunt box that it's dancing because in the end, if you find the secret, it will open. So before you begin, you have to tap the button that it said, let's go. And then the arrows here on your right. Once you select the play button, it needs some time here. As I said, because this example, it's the more heavy one. If you don't have a fast Wi-Fi connection, it will not work. So you have to have a fast Wi-Fi connection so the 3D objects can load properly. So once it's loaded, there are plenty of 3D objects with clues, with some hidden text that you have to find out. So if we investigate a little bit around the space, you can see that there is a door that you can tap on it, or here it's a hidden photo in the box, or here in the laptop there is also a photo. So you have to find the secret photos in the space that it's not very visible from the beginning. So you have to investigate a bit. So here I will tap on a photo here in the clock. So I can see the photo and then some text regarding the photo. In the end, you can see a hidden number. This number referred to a hidden text that you will find in your scene. Let's see the scene here. Yes, here it is. I found it. 1 minute. This is the text. This is in Greek, but the QR code is working in English for you, for the presentation. So here there is a text. Once you have collected all the hidden numbers from the 3D environment, these numbers works as X, Y coordinates And letter by letter, you can find out the secret word. It needs some time, so if you have already found it, please let me know. It has to be, I will not say it, so it has to be a word related to the marble of Mount Pentelicon. And if you find it, it means that you won the game. So this text, it's here in the sign. So I guess you have to find, if I remember well, to find 7 hints with 7 coordinates, and then with these coordinates, use them to find the right word in the end in the text. So I think this is much more clear, and then you can also start from the beginning if you want. So that's all. If someone have already found the word, please let me know.
Thank you, Anna Maria, again for your second presentation.
Thank you for giving me the chance to explain it better.
It's our pleasure to have you. There are some questions that I think that Maria or Ioanna can answer in the question and answer place. So I think that I suggest now to follow the agenda and to have a 10 minutes short break to have a quick coffee. And we will be back with the second part of the agenda and the roundtable discussion. So, see you in 10 minutes again.